Hi guys, this is CA Balakrishna. In this class, we will be revising companies incorporated outside India, that is foreign companies. Let us start. A very small chapter will be just completing in 15 to 20 minutes. Let us see. First of all, we'll understand the definition of a foreign company. What is meant by a foreign company? For a company to be known as a foreign company, it must be incorporated outside India and must have a place of business in India, and also it should conduct business activity in India. Now, this place of business can be either physical or through electronic mode. Okay, either physical or through electronic mode. Now, an important point to be noted down is even share transfer office or registration office is also deemed to be a place of business in India. If a company is having this share transfer office or registration office in India, then it will be deemed that it is having a place of business in India. Hope this is clear. Now we have discussed that place of business can be through electronic mode as well. Now, what is meant by electronic mode? There is certain 5 types of transactions given that will be included in the electronic mode definition. They have listed these five, but apart from these 5, various other types of transactions which are conducted through electronic mode will also be included. Okay, this is just a illustrative list. Now, electronic mode means carrying out electronically whether the main server is located in India or outside India. Okay, it is not to be seen whether the server is in India or outside India. Okay, and the transaction including whether B2B transaction or B2C transaction. B2B means business to business, B2C is business to consumer, or data interchange and other digital supply transactions. This is the first type of transaction. Next, accepting deposits or subscription in securities in India or from citizens of India through electronic mode. Okay, that would also be known as having place of business in India through electronic mode. And financial settlements, web-based marketing, advisory and transactional services, database services and supply chain management through electronic mode. And telemarketing, telecommuting, telemedicine, education and information research, and all other data communication services, whether conducted through mobile phone, email, or whatever the mode it might be. Okay, that would be the carrying of business through electronic mode. Next, moving to section number 379, application of the act. Okay, there are certain sections of this chapter will be applicable only to some types of companies. We will discuss that. First of all, if you see in this chapter relating to foreign companies, there are section number 380 to 393. These are the sections that are present in this chapter. Now, if you see, for companies, this is the first type of company. For companies which are incorporated outside India but not having place of business in India. Okay, that means this company is incorporated outside India, but it is a not foreign company because it is not having place of business in India. For such a type of companies, section number 387 to section number 391, only these 5 sections will be applicable. These 5 sections will be dealing with prospectus. Okay, in case these companies wants to raise money from India, then they have to issue prospectus obviously. Now, the various procedures to be followed for issuing the prospectus by these companies are prescribed in section number 387 to 391. Okay, only these 5 sections will be applicable for companies which are incorporated outside India but they are not a foreign companies. Hope this is clear. And next type of company is a foreign company. This company is incorporated outside India and is having place of business in India. This would be known as a foreign company. For this type of company, all the sections of this chapter, that is section number 380 to 393, including this 387 to 391. Okay, all the sections from 380 to 393 will be applicable. Hope this is clear. The last type of company, which is a foreign company where not less than 50% of equity capital is held by Indian citizens or Indian companies. Okay, there is a foreign company. In this foreign company, not less than 50% of share capital is held by Indian citizens or Indian companies. In that case, such company would be treated as an Indian company, and all the provisions of Companies Act will be applicable to that company. Hope that is clear. Because not less than 50% of shares of such company are being held by Indian citizens or the Indian companies. Hope this is clear. Next, section number 380. Documents etc. to be delivered to registrar by foreign companies. Once foreign company establishes its place of business in India, then within 30 days, it has to deliver certain documents to the registrar. What are those documents? Let us see. First of all, within 30 days of establishment of place of business in India, deliver to the registrar following documents. First one, charter or memorandum of association and articles of association. In some countries, this MOA and AOA will be known as charter. So, whatever is applicable to you, you deliver either charter or memorandum of association or articles of association. That is the first document. Next, address of principal office of that company in India and details of directors and secretary of the company. That means what is the name of the director, what is his first name, what is his address, what are his contact details, and what is his nationality. Like this, there will be certain list. All those details relating to the director and also to the secretary must be given to the registrar. And this one, fourth point, name and address of authorized person in India. Authorized person means the company must authorize a person who is resident in India for the purpose of accepting the notices on behalf of the company. Okay, as per section number 383, if notices are served on this authorized person, then it shall be deemed that the notice is served to such foreign company. Okay, for this purpose, for the purpose of section 383, the company has to authorize a person on its behalf for accepting the notices. Okay, next, particulars of opening and closing of place of business in India on earlier occasions. Okay, whether in case in the past, if this company has opened and closed any of the places of business in India, then the details of such opening and closing of the place of business in India in the past must also be given now. Okay, to the registrar. Next, sixth point, declaration from directors and also authorized representative. I think there is a power cut. Yes guys, actually there was a power cut, so the video stopped. Okay, where were we? We were discussing the sixth point, I think. Sixth point, declaration from director and also authorized representative that they are not convicted or debarred from formation and management of companies in India. Okay, such a declaration has to be given by both directors as well as authorized representative of the company. Okay, and any other information as may be prescribed. Okay, one second, let me close this and open again. Yes, and any other information as may be prescribed. To whom these has to be submitted? They have to be submitted to the registrar having jurisdiction over New Delhi. Okay, to such a registrar, all these documents must be submitted within 30 days. Next, section number 381. What are the accounts that the foreign company has to maintain? It has to maintain a balance sheet, profit and loss account, relating only to the Indian business operations. Hope this is clear. And it should also give list of place of businesses established by it in India, and statement of related party transaction, statement of repatriation of profits, and statement of transfer of funds. All these details must be given every year to the registrar within 6 months from the end of the financial year. Okay, obviously the registrar having jurisdiction over the New Delhi, to such registrar only these documents must be given every year within 6 months from the end of the financial year. Next, section number 382, display of name etc. of the foreign company. First of all, what are the details that has to be displayed? First one, name of the company, country in which the company has been incorporated, and fact in case the liability of the members is limited, then the fact that the liability of the members is limited must also be displayed. Where it has to be displayed? Outside every office of the company and in all the stationery of the company. Stationery means like bill heads, letterheads. Okay, on all these stationery, these details, name, country of incorporation, and fact that liability of the members is limited must be disclosed. And in which language it has to be disclosed? In English language and also in one local language. Hope this is clear. Next, section number 387, dating of prospectus and particulars to be contained therein. When a company wants to raise money from the public, then it will give prospectus. Now, if a company which is incorporated outside India and whether having place of business in India or not wants to raise money from Indian citizens or from India, in that case the prospectus must comply with certain requirements that we are going to discuss now. Okay, let us see. No person incorporated or to be incorporated outside India, whether or not having place of business in India, shall not issue prospectus in India unless it is dated, signed, and contains the following particulars. What are they? First of all, the prospectus must contain instrument determining constitution of company, that is MOA and AOA, and act under which the company is incorporated. Okay, and address in India where documents relating to these two can be found. Okay, these three details must be included in the prospectus, and also date and country of incorporation of the foreign company, and address of place of business in India, and matters to be included in the prospectus as per section 26. Okay, there is a separate section 26 which deals with the matters to be included in the prospectus. Apart from those matters, these additional points should also be included in the prospectus if it is being issued by a company which is incorporated outside India and whether having or not having place of business in India and raising money from Indian people or from India. And there is a note. Now, for subscribing to the shares or debenture, whatever the instrument, there will be an application form. Okay, the person who wants to subscribe has to give the company a application form for subscribing the shares or debentures or any instrument. Now, this application form will be distributed by the company itself. Okay, now while giving the application form for subscribing the shares or debentures or any other instrument, along with the application form, even prospectus should also be given by the company. Hope this is clear. Okay, give application form for securities along with the prospectus. There is one exception for this. In case you are giving application forms to the underwriters, in that case you can give only application forms without giving prospectus. Okay, and this section number 387, that is provisions relating to prospectus, is not applicable for issue of prospectus or application to existing members or debenture holders. Okay, if you are raising money from existing members or debenture holders, in that case you need not again issue the prospectus as per these requirements. Okay, next, section 388, even this also speaks with the prospectus only. What it says: In case if prospectus includes any statement purporting to be made by the expert, okay, let's say the prospectus includes any statement made by some valuer that the value of this asset is this much. Now along with this statement of expert, the prospectus should also contain the consent of the expert, okay, for issue of the prospectus. Prospectus should also contain written consent of such expert. Only then you are allowed to issue the prospectus. Hope this is clear. Next, registration of the prospectus. Prospectus first of all must be certified by the chairperson and 2 other directors, and it should also be approved by the resolution of managing body. Okay, this is the first requirement. Now this prospectus, which is signed by chairperson and 2 directors and approved by the managing body, must be sent to the registrar for registration. Okay, only after registering the prospectus with the registrar you can issue it to the public. Hope this is clear. Next, annexures to the prospectus. To the prospectus, following annexures must be given. What are they? Consent given by the expert and contracts of appointment of manager and managing director. Okay, while appointing manager or managing director, you will be entering into a contract with them. The copy of such contract should be given. In case the contract is not in writing, then see, if contracts are not in writing, then memorandum giving full particulars has to be annexed to the prospectus. And also copy of material contracts not entered in the ordinary course of business during 2 preceding years. Even these has to be submitted, given as annexure to the prospectus, and copy of underwriting agreement. All these annexures has to be given to the prospectus. By this, foreign companies chapter is completed. There are some 3 sections. One is relating to the punishment, and another one is relating to this mutatis mutandis applicability of certain sections. Those 3 sections you can go through. Okay, those are not so important. By this, revision of foreign companies is completed.